So Clarissa was once again crashing out online yesterday, going berserk over the ugly girl syndrome comment that a TikToker recorded in a video, trying to break down Clarissa's psychological mind and why she thinks the way she does. So here's a clip of her live where she, went on a rant.
No, I have I whoop your ass syndrome. I have I beat a bitch up, I beat a nigga up syndrome. I have I love my man syndrome. I have I wear what the fuck No, I have
So she says she has I love my man syndrome, right? She always has to throw a line about her having a man in the mix all the time. But you know what kind of syndrome her man got, though? Her married man on top of that, with his wife's face and name tatted all on his arm. You know what syndrome he got?
So we exchanged numerous gifts, but never a ring. So we exchanged numerous gifts, but never a ring. So we exchanged numerous gifts.
He got the never a ring syndrome, the we don't live together syndrome. That's what he has. This is so uneven between them two. The way she praises and constantly has to throw in our face that she has a man that is not even really her man. He don't belong to her because he's still married to his wife. Yet she just got frustrated with that comment because deep down, that's how Clarissa feels. She feels that way about herself. It always strikes a nerve. The ugly word strikes a nerve with her every time, no matter who says it. But when Remy said it, she was quiet for a whole week. She was crying all weekend, had to go fly out and pop up at Papooses' dinner, lay on his chest in a restaurant, and have someone take a photo of them, lose her mind, take a couple of pics so she can feel happy again. That's her happy place. Fronting online, fronting on Instagram, fronting on Twitter, fronting on Facebook, fronting all over social media. That's what gets her hot. So I'm like, let's go dissect what this phrase means. Because let me look it up. So hold on. It came up under ugly duckling syndrome. And it says describes the lasting psychological impact on individuals who were considered physically unattractive during childhood or adolescence but became conventionally attractive later. Despite appearing attractive, they often retain low self-esteem, social anxiety, and insecurity, struggling to accept their new appearance or feel worthy of attention. So it always stings her whenever someone says that word because it's how she feels deep down inside. No matter how many wigs, no matter how many pounds of makeup, no matter how many sets of nails, how many pedicures, how many bags or whatever it is that she uses to dress herself up to make herself look a certain way on the outside, but it's not going to change who you are at the core. And that's how she feels. That's why it always bothers her. When you argue with either your significant other or, friends or family, anyone that you're close with that really kind of knows you, when you argue with them sometimes, and sometimes things could go below the belt, just to hurt feelings. But at the end of the day, the word ugly, if someone is to say that to you that if you know you're not ugly, you'll take it as, okay, you're just trying to take a jab, you're trying to make me mad. But you're not, it's not going to make you mad if you know you're not ugly. If you don't feel ugly, if you don't feel whatever they're throwing at you to dig deep and to hurt your feelings, if you don't feel that way inside, it's not going to hurt you. She always reacts to being called ugly because that's what triggers her, and that's genuinely how she feels. Even though Clarissa is not ugly to me, I don't see her, she's not an ugly woman to me, but her spirit, her attitude is ugly. it ruins whatever outer appearance you have, because I know deep down you're an evil spirited person. That's what matters. Your actions, how you treat others, that's what matters. That's what determines if you are pretty or ugly, no matter what you have on the outside. She dresses up and she gets online and she has all this confidence. She talks all this shit. She says so much stuff. She constantly tells people that they're broke, they're bald headed, that they're ugly. But when it's returned to her, all of a sudden she goes on this tirade and just goes off for hours on end. She goes from social to social, from Snapchat to Instagram to Facebook. She goes live. She does all kinds of things when that word is thrown her way. And then on top of that, for her to sit and act like, oh, that hurts her to call her ugly, they're clowning the girl that said that, calling her ugly. Literally calling her ugly. But yet, when you get called ugly, oh, we can't do that. Nobody can call you ugly, but you can call everybody all kinds of names in the book. Strangers that you don't even know. It's a constant with her, going back and forth with people that are online trolling or just posting their content. So, of course, you know what she had to do, because she spent a day with Papoose. Remember they went grocery shopping. He didn't want the camera in his face. Clearly, they spent the day together yesterday, right? She had to show us a photo of them in the bed to confirm, oh my God, I was with him today. Like a child does, like somebody that has a crush does, not somebody that is in a real relationship that doesn't have to get validation from the public. This is what she has to do. And what's funny, because even with her laying there with no makeup on and everything, this is still a filter. You know why it's still a filter? Because you got Papoose in the back looking like Big Sexy. That's who I thought of when I looked at him. I'm like, that's not, Papoose look different. He looks like Big Sexy. Y'all know who he is. If you don't know, then look him up. But that's who I thought of when I looked at him. The first thing that came to my mind. Because no matter what, she's going to make sure she put a filter on it. And then try to say, oh, I'm natural and I don't have any makeup on and I look good without makeup. She has a psychological problem. That's what she has. It's all in her mind. She's never going to be happy because she's not happy within. She's not happy with herself. No matter what she gets online and says, it's bullshit. And just always remember that Papoose has to say,
absolutely not living together. Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not living together.
So we know him laying in the bed and he got a t-shirt on. She don't have on nothing because she have a sheet over her. But you see him. This is a visit. This is a drive-by. That's what this is. This is not, oh, we live together and we just laid up right now. This is why she has to show us all the time, because she doesn't get 24/7 with him. They're not together frequently. They probably at this point are seeing each other every week or every 2 weeks or whatever the case is. On the weekends. That's why she runs and has to show us that they're in the bed taking a photo. It's sickening. Clarissa, please stop. Please stop with him. So the video clip that I showed yesterday with the guys interviewing Clarissa is another clip that I came across. And I should watch the whole interview, but I just didn't have time today. I didn't have time last night. I didn't have time today, but I did see this clip. And to me, it's like, okay, if it's clipped up, that means that it's something I should look at, So this is what they said to her.
On Friday night, when all of them girls is up there, they got niggas on their undercard, and you had nothing but negative. all them girls on MVP on ESPN. You had nothing but negative stuff to say.
Actually, I know that they're new and it was their first fight with MVP W2, but it was hard as hell to find the fights. I didn't find the fights till round 4 when Shadesha was fighting, honestly. When I went on my phone to find the fight, it was very, very difficult. I'm just being honest. But then to go on and say, I commented on the 2 girls who always comment on me, and that is your favorite person, Alycia, and then Shadesha.
Let me ask you this, Clarissa.
Yes.
Now, can you imagine Kobe Bean Bryant, rest in peace, sitting at his crib, fire up his Google Pixel phone, and fix his mouth to slander LeBron after he win the championship? You are the self-proclaimed GWOAT. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
I see. When you say self-proclaimed, I always have to correct you guys because I'm not self-proclaimed. I'm the first person that said it to myself. But as far as in my accomplishments, and even your girl agrees, I have the most accomplishments. I make a lot of money. I'm selling out arenas.
It doesn't have to be the Highlander mentality. There can be more than one Clarissa. It's the Alycia Baumgartner era. Embrace her. Embrace
How the
her.
fuck I'm going to embrace somebody who don't embrace me, who disrespect me? I'm sorry. I am not that person no more.
On Friday night, when all them.
So did you hear her? I'm so happy that he said that, because her response about not watching the whole fight, just focusing on just Shadeja's fight and Alycia's, he's like, it was a whole fight going on. Men fought. It was a whole fight. Why are you only focused on these 2? She tries to say she only did that because those are the 2 that talk about her. And the reason why she didn't watch the rest of the fight is because it was hard for her to find. It was hard for her to find the other fight. Clarissa, you mean to tell me that you, a whole boxer, professional boxer, you couldn't get access to watch the fights before the main event? If you're this boxer, why are you not watching everything to see how everybody fights? And you give an excuse, a lame excuse like that. Oh, I couldn't find the fights. Why not? You should have every access to streaming, cable, whatever it is you need to see on the TV. You should have access to all of that. You should have every streaming service. That should be nothing to a millionaire, correct? You didn't care about the mother fights. And then you spoke about the 2 women that you have that keep your name in their mouth and that you have a beef with. You said that you and Shadeja were good. That's what you said. Until you reacted the way you did when she got injured and sent to the hospital. You laughed at that, and that's why people are like, I thought that you and Shadeja were good. We didn't know that you were mad at her again, that y'all have a problem. And just like he said, the point he made about, that's like Kobe Bryant sitting down hating on LeBron James. If you just self-proclaimed GWOAT, you claim you the best. Why does anybody else bother you? Anyone else's success bother you? You're not the only female boxer that's going to win a fight. So she made the response to Shadeja Friday night after she went to the hospital. She called Papoose on the phone, screaming, just in hysteria, just laughing, acting like a complete idiot. She decides today, which is Monday, right? Days later, to tweet an apology to Shadeja. So look at the tweet. She goes, boxing beef to the side real quick. Prayers up for Shadeja Green. This sport ain't just entertainment for y'all. This is our real life. We risk everything every time we step in that ring. Respect to any fighter with the heart to do it. Stay strong, Green. And there's a reply under that. And the woman says, glad you said something positive. Shadeja's life was on the line. This story could have went another way. I knew something was wrong when she was in that ring. I'm in healthcare and I notice when someone's health ain't right. And she showed, I think it's meant to say she showed, but it says she should. She showed all signs of a brain bleed. And Clarissa responds and says, everyone that box life is on the line, every fight, but y'all still mistreat and troll fighters. And I'm not going to agree with all you said. Can't take away from Lonnie win like that. So now it's we can't take away from Lonnie's win, but you took away from Alycia's win. You downplayed her win. You said she fought like an amateur. You did not even congratulate that woman, not one time. But now you literally said prayers up for Shadeja Green, then turn around and say that bullshit after that. What is something really, really wrong with this woman? It's something really wrong with her, y'all. You can't even give a prayers up. And she didn't even apologize, actually. She didn't even apologize. She just said prayers up. She didn't apologize for the remarks she made, but the reaction she gave when that woman was sent to the hospital on a stretcher. Left the ring on a stretcher. She still didn't say, I apologize for my reaction. It could have waited. She couldn't even say that. She's not even woman enough to realize that she made a big mistake. Hella disrespectful. And for you to sit and say everyone's life is on the line, but you still mistreat and troll fighters. And what the F do you do online to regular people that who knows what's going on in their lives? The things you say out your mouth. She has to always redirect it back to her being included some way. Every single time. It's absolutely no way Papoose is happy with her. She is a selfish, narcissistic, crazy, psychotic woman. That's what she is. That happens to have some money. She was so mad in this clip. I'm gonna play it again with just look at her response when he said it's Alicia's time. She was, you can tell now because it's rare that people kind of call her out in an interview or challenge her per se. The way she reacts, her body language, it looks like she can't even talk. She looks so surprised when he said that. Let me play it again.
On Friday night, when all of them girls is up there, they got niggas on their undercard, and you had nothing but negative. All them girls on MVP on ESPN, you had nothing but negative stuff to say.
Actually, I know that they're new and it was their first fight with MVP W2, but it was hard as hell to find the fights. I didn't find the fights till round 4 when Shadeja was fighting, honestly. When I went on my phone to find the fight, it was very, very difficult. I'm just being honest. But then to go on and say, I commented on the 2 girls who always comment on me, and that is your favorite person, Alycia, and then Shadeja.
Let me ask you this, Clarissa.
Yes.
Now, can you imagine Kobe Bean Bryant, rest in peace, sitting at his crib, fire up his Google Pixel phone, and fix his mouth to slander LeBron after he win the championship? You are the self-proclaimed GWOAT. Heavy as the head that wears the crown.
I see. When you say self-proclaimed, I always have to correct you guys because I'm not self-proclaimed. I'm the first person that said it to myself. But as far as in my accomplishments, and even your girl agrees, I have the most accomplishments. I make a lot of money. I'm selling out arenas.
It doesn't have to be the Highlander mentality. There can be more than one Clarissa. It's the Alycia Baumgartner era. Embrace her. Embrace
How
her.
the fuck I'm going to embrace somebody who don't embrace me, who disrespect me? I'm sorry. I am not that person no more.
On Friday night, when
she is not that person no more. She was so mad that he said that. He said it's the Alycia Baumgartner era. And Clarissa, you are self-proclaimed. You gave yourself that GWOAT title. You gave yourself that. Nobody else did. Nobody else gave you that. And you say you can't show love to who don't show love to you. You've been nothing but a headache. You've been evil. You have not been nice. You're not a nice woman to people you feel threatened by. You have an issue with certain women that you don't like. For you to sit there and say that you did to not take away from Lonnie's win, when Shadeja got sent to the hospital on a stretcher, I mean, this woman, I mean, she's literally ruining whatever career she has. She's really ruining it. She can blame herself at this point. It's all her fault. It's all her fault. You carry yourself in such a negative way that everything, you're never happy. You're never happy. The only time you want to make it seem like you are happy and enjoying yourself is when this married man is around you. That's the only time. Whenever he's not around, you go on a rage. You go online, you start cursing people out, you do lives. That Friday night after that fight, she was carrying on as if she fought. She wasn't even there. You made sure to just watch those two fights. You didn't watch nothing else but those two because you wanted to be the first to react just like you did when Shadeja was sent to the hospital, your reaction, and then when Alycia won, because I don't know, for some reason, you wanted Alycia to lose. You were waiting. You wanted both of them to lose. You were surprised. You were mad that Alycia won. You were mad that she won. You're the biggest hater. That's what you are. You're nobody's accomplice. You hate all of these women, I believe. I don't see you liking nobody. I don't see you liking nobody but Papoose for some reason. You seem to not like anybody. She just needs to always remember that this is never going to stop being played.
So we exchanged numerous gifts, but never a ring. So we exchanged numerous gifts, but never a ring. So we exchanged numerous gifts, but never a ring.
Never a
so
ring.
we exchanged numerous gifts, but never a ring.
Never a ring, Clarissa. You're never going to get a ring. You're never going to get a ring. Guys, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think about everything I just went over, from the interview to her still having to mention Pap in every time she responds to something. She always has to throw him in our face whenever he pops over for a visit. He pops over to stay with her for the day, maybe spend the night, and then I'm sure he's out the next morning. That's literally, I think that's the type of time that they're on right now. He pops in, he may spend a night. Spending 2 nights is pushing it, but I know after that second night, if he does stay two nights, he's out. He's out. It's no way somebody can be around you for 7 days straight. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see you being able to be with this man 7 days a week. It's not happening.
Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not living together.
He didn't even try to be
absolutely
gentle
not.
About it. He made it
absolutely not living together.
Clear.
Absolutely not.
Not.
Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not. Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not.
Stop showing us a picture.
Absolutely not living together.
Pops in.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not. Absolutely not living together.
Never a ring. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Always remember that, Clarissa.
Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not.
Never.
Absolutely not living together. Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely
So
not
guys,
living
please,
together. Absolutely not. Okay.
thank you for watching this video. Please like it. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I'll talk to all of you again soon.